Hey, what's up, peeps? You're listening to the Let Loose with Lou podcast. I'm a full time working woman, mother of 3, and a wifey to one lucky man. My passion is getting to know people, listening to their stories, and learning from their points of view on life. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy it. What are we doing? Situation.
So what is this show about? This show is about like situationships. Like
Yes,
what,
and
Yeah.
being
I think the show
gaslighted.
is like
Yeah.
I think the show is when you think they're available and they're not. Like
Yes,
it's like
that's what
Right.
we're
because you were like,
Yeah.
dude, this guy's on. He's into me. I'm into him. Let's do it.
Right.
And then you do it,
And
and then 9 years later you discover that like the whole thing's a fucking lie,
yeah,
right?
that's exactly what happened.
And I think
with
it's a
me.
great show because it happens to people. Like there's a lot of
And so
Okay.
that's what we're going to talk. So you guys, you got a little glimpse of what we're talking about today, guys.
Oh, okay.
Hello,
we're-
everyone. It's Lou. Let
right
loose with
situation,
Lou.
betrayal, affairs.
Oh
right?
my God, are you guys ready for all?
Because
this?
there's also like people who like they like to be the other person. They don't want to be in a relationship.
Right.
There are people who are like, I like being the other woman. It's easier.
It's easier.
We go out to dinner. I go home at night. We have
Yes.
some sex. It's over.
Yeah,
Been
you
there.
can, you
But
get
then
the benefits, right?
then there are some people who like in this situation, we're like, I thought I was signing up for something else.
Correct.
So what did you think you were signing up for?
We
Okay.
can talk about that. We can talk about like, hey, like there are people who like to be the other woman.
There is. I was that one too.
Did you like being the other woman?
No, not in this situation.
Okay, why?
Because this situation, I had just gotten out of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I met this dude in Atlanta, right? And so when I met the dude in Atlanta, he was a tall, chocolate, sexy, 6 foot. Oh, hold on, let me calm down.
Hold on a second. Professional football player, for the Atlanta Falcons.
He was actually he didn't live in Atlanta. He lived in Chicago. Remember, there was a hair show going on there, and all the men. I noticed that a lot of men in Atlanta were not into me, a woman, right? They were into more of the men. So I was on the elevator and this sexy chocolate guy comes in and I'm like, oh my God, you are so fine. I was like, are you into men or women? And he just smiled and was like, I'm into women. I was like, can I take a picture of you?
Yes.
So we take a picture in the elevator, okay? Fast forward, I go home, that's it. Fast forward 2 years later, I show up back in Atlanta because it's a big hair show that they have. He's a singer. So he was doing background for Avant, the singer. And I'm standing around. I didn't even recognize him, right? He comes to me and he goes, oh, I just want to say you have some lovely legs. And I turn around. I was like, oh, thank you. He goes, oh, my God, your smile is to die for. So anyway, fast forward, we started talking and we had a good time, just chilled, whatever. He was a model. So he was a model. He was a background singer. He was a
did it all.
bodybuilder,
What is that called? Jack of all trades?
master of none. And he was a
That's so cool.
Scorpio.
Ooh, those Scorpios. You got to watch out with those Scorpios, girl.
Yes. So anyway, so we connected and we started hanging out. And well, not hanging out because he lived in Chicago. I lived in LA. He would come and visit me. So this went on for 9 years.
Wow.
But I never went out to Chicago to visit him. So when I went out to Chicago to visit him, this is when the weirdness started. I got a hotel room because I don't stay at people's house. That's not my thing. Unless we're like, 9 years, I guess we were. But I did.
Got a hotel.
I just got my hotel room. So he comes and he leaves. He has to go to the funeral. So then he comes back that evening and we hang out or whatever. Then the next day he goes, oh, I'm going to go home and I'm going to get some more water and stuff for the room. And he leaves. He takes a suitcase and everything. And when I wake up, because he's telling me early in the morning, he's gone. I'm like, what the is this, right?
There you go. This is weird.
Weird as heck, right? So I'm calling, texting, no answer. I'm in Chicago, South Side Chicago. Don't know where I'm at. South Side Chicago is not a good place to be by yourself as a woman. I didn't have transportation or anything. So I went and got me some transportation. I had his mom's address. So I said, if he doesn't show back up or answer to me, I'm going to contact his mother. So he calls me early the next morning. Hey, babe. The hell is this?
Like nothing, of course.
Yeah. What's up? Where you at? Oh, they call me in for work. So now he's a fireman. So he goes to work
Now, is he legitly a fireman?
He is a fireman.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a fireman.
Uh-huh.
So, but going to work is not what I believe.
Okay.
So then I'll be there after I come back from work. Okay, so he comes back, whatever. So now he's taking me around the town to see everything, stays the night, taking me around the town because I guess he's telling wifey, oh, I got it.
Mhm.
Firemen are the best cheaters in the world.
Ooh, those and
People, I just want to let you know, firemen are the best cheaters in the world, okay? Because you don't know their schedule. So they're 4 off, 4 on, it's whatever.
24.
So you don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell it all.
Ooh.
So
Tell all the cheese, Nick. Girl.
So-
Off the teeth.
yeah, I've been in the firehouse and everything. So in Chicago, I'm not telling names.
Initials?
TM. So
The original Chicago Fire.
So he takes me around town and shows me this, that, and the other. I said, I want to go to your house. Oh, the drama started. So we get to his house and you have to open the gate. He clicks the clicker. Oh my God. Oh, because this was a surprise for me to ask to go to his house.
Yes.
I got to go get batteries. He leaves me in the car. He goes in the house for about 10, 15 minutes. I call him up and I'm like,
What's going on?
what's going on? My dad called me and I was talking to him. I'm coming out right now. So he comes out, he lets me in. I go in the house. I'm looking around. Ladies, look. So I'm looking around, looking in the bathroom. Oh, look, no pictures. Weird, right? The house immaculate. Looks like a lady has touched. Well, sometimes they say that I have a lady's touch. So he's an artist. He draws. Took me there. I want to see her bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes me to the bedroom. I'm looking around. It looks like a lady's bedroom. Weird. Okay, well, I had to get back because I had to go to the airport. I was leaving that day. So he gets me down. I go to the car. He goes back upstairs. I'll be right back. He's back up there 10 minutes. So I'm like, this is weird. So anyway, I get home. We leave. I get home, whatever. It's all pondering in my head. And I call him up. I go, so when I left, did you get all your wedding pictures put back up? Because I just felt that this is what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? I'm not married. You're not? You sure? No, I'm not married. So then I start snooping and going because I'm going to tell you, Google, I see his
That's your
name
best friend.
and I see wife.
Oh, shit.
So I don't even say anything. I just let him go on and play on with the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then one day I decide to ask, I said, are you sure you're not married? Well, what happened was, I said, because I went on Google and there were, what happened was this interviewer came to interview the fireman and she got it all mixed up. It's the other guy that's married.
Oh,
I was like,
man.
so now I'm like, am I being an idiot here or what? I mean, what's really going on with me in my head, right?
Right, that you're like playing this game.
I'm playing this game. I enjoyed them. I had fun.
You guys,
Was it worth that?
you guys have sex?
Oh yeah, it's been 9 years.
No. I mean,
Look at her.
at the
She's
beginning,
like,
she's getting hot
Maybe
already.
some of the best I ever had.
No, like,
Excuse me.
I know. Look at her. She's like,
Let me
What's up,
tell you like this.
flashbacks?
The firemen's always brings out their hoses.
ooh, girl. So you were a little whoop, is what you're saying, because you were being neglecting to see the red flags.
Yeah, like most women do. We'll put on these shades and act like it's not happening. Or we start making excuses. Oh, well, maybe I'm thinking out the box. I actually didn't see that he had pictures.
Or it is possible. Maybe the reporter mixed up the name.
Right. There you go.
It's possible.
There you go. And then
Yeah.
9 years, because I really wasn't dating anyone at that time. I was like really like into the dude. Now he's in Chicago. I'm in LA. How's that going to work? Well, I'm that type of person. That would work for me.
Yeah.
It really would. You be out there. I'll be out here. We get together. It just keeps it nice and hot.
Totally.
He was 10 years younger than me,
Oh.
to add to boot. So here it goes. So we kept on seeing each other, whatever. Then one day I get a phone call from Miss Wifey, and she hears the phone call. Hello? Hello, hi. Wrong number. And she hangs up.
Ooh.
So I call him up. I say, hey, I got a number from somebody with a lady in Chicago. You know what this guy says to me? Don't answer it.
Oh.
I'm filing a restraining order against this lady. She's been following me and doing this and that and the other. So while we're talking, I said, oh, she's calling right now. And he goes, don't answer it. I was like, hold on. And I go and answer, right? So I was like, hey, lady, how are you? And she's like, hi, how are you? I saw your number in my husband's phone. I want to know who you are.
Ooh.
I said, well, where are you from? First
Yeah.
of all.
Where's this accent from?
Yeah, she's like from Russia or somewhere.
Oh.
So she tells me that they've been married for 9 years.
Oh, wow.
And he's cheated on her. And I'm like, well, lady, because I'm not going to be a Ghostbuster. I just like, oh, well, what? That's where I am. I act dumb. What? Oh, wow. And she goes, yeah. And I said, well, why are you still with this man if he's cheating on you? 9 years. She said, because he has something I need. And I was like, what?
Papers?
There it is.
I'm all papers.
So now I'm letting her talk or whatever. I'm just his friend. We have nothing going on. That's what I tell her, whatever. So then I get back to him and I go, hey, so what's up with this lady? Yeah, I'm at the police office. I'm at the police station now following the restraining order. I said, wow. I said, so you can, in Chicago, you can file a restraining order against your wife? And they went completely silent. What? I said, you can file a restraining order against your wife? How do you do that? And he goes, I was going to tell you, but I wanted to tell you in person. So I'm like, just messed up. I'm like, my head is just really messed up because I really dug the guy. I really believed him with all the lies he told me. Lots of lies, stack on stack. And as I start thinking about it, I'm like, wow, what an idiot. And I didn't know, I wanted to blame myself. So I did the meanest thing I could ever do. I sent the wife a picture of him and I in a sexual position, buck naked.
Ooh.
Oh,
Do you
man.
wait, do you have that picture? I want to see.
Yeah, let me get it. So,
You can find it on Google.
Yeah, Google.
yeah, I think it's on Google.
Melon.
Google Flights.
Google.
Google Flights.
Yeah, because that ass was all up in the air, wasn't it?
It was chocolate. It was Chocolate City. And so he calls me up and goes, I can't believe you did that. I said, what? You sent my wife a picture. I said, oh my God, I thought I sent it to you. My bad.
Oh my.
We always want to try and get even. I felt bad for her. It really wasn't something, but I think I was
hurt.
I was hurt, but I wanted not her to hurt, but I wanted her to know.
Right, that he's that bad.
But she already knew.
She knew
She
he was a
knew.
cheater, so I wanted to put the icing on the cake.
Yes.
Was I wrong for them doing that? What do you think?
Well, different perspectives.
I think,
Yeah,
I
from
think
you.
I think
Your
it's both. I think it's a two-sided coin. I think on one end you could easily say like, look, lady, I get that you need the papers, but like, don't fuck with this guy past that. Like,
Right.
he's not for you. Here's the proof.
I mean, she probably
Does
was
that
just
hurt?
waiting.
Yeah. And then, did you need to do that? No. Like that's like a image that's probably never gonna get out of her head. Like seeing like this guy that maybe she loves, and he's with this other woman. And
You really think that she loved him? She's in it for papers.
but then there's like then there's the Russians. If,
yeah, like
the Eastern Bloc girls, man, they're cold.
Well, she's not black. She wasn't black.
That's what I'm
Eastern
saying.
Bloc, he
The
said.
Russian Eastern Bloc women.
Bloc.
Eastern Bloc.
not
Oh,
black.
black. I was like, she wasn't.
Poland, Russia,
Oh.
over there.
Yes.
Those women are cold. They're fun.
Yeah, you're right. They are.
They are cold.
They're gorgeous, but woo.
Well, she wasn't.
I'll tell you what. I mean, they're beautiful. I would never date a woman from there.
She was like a
Never.
stick, but to each his own. She was about like this. But
But she knew what it took, obviously.
well, she was trying to. I think because
trying to
what
be a
you
US
needed, you
citizen.
needed the 10th year, yeah. Because
Yeah. Oh,
and
in
him being a
Chicago.
fireman, that you go to jail for that.
So let me tell you something. He
Right?
probably
don't
knew
know.
from
Yeah,
the
you go to
beginning when
jail
he
if
was
you
getting in.
if you're frauding
A
marriage. Yeah,
No, I didn't know
Good.
that.
yeah, you go to prison. That's I think a
So
felony.
It's illegal.
Yeah,
Wow.
because they come and check.
Mhm.
They come and check to see if you guys are really married. I mean, a lot of people are trying to get
You know what that
over.
reminds me of? Do you remember that movie? Did you ever see the movie with Adam Sandler and Kevin James when they pretend to be a gay married couple
Yeah, I
in
just saw
Chicago-
that.
Chicago.
Did you see that? I
Yeah.
didn't watch it.
And then,
That's a
and then
good
someone
movie.
comes and like inspects them.
Yeah.
Like, are you guys really kiss for me right now?
Right. They're
And,
like,
and they're like,
Yeah, because he was trying to get he needed insurance or something,
think
medical
it was
insurance or
insurance.
something. Yeah,
That's a good one.
so then after that, then a couple of months went on. He called me, "Hey babe, Ninja." Ninja, please.
Was he still
I was like,
married,
"Babe, are
though?
you still married?"
Yeah.
And he was like, it's hard to tell. What? How are you doing? Because he gaslights. Is that what gaslighting is? He like, I'm asking you a question and you just kind of just go somewhere like I never
Dismiss it?
asked you that question.
Can you
What is
define?
gaslighting? Let's get-
Gaslighting is more along the lines of making it seem like it's that person's fault or it's that person's issue, not yours.
Oh.
So gaslighting would look like a really glaring example is you say like, Steve, you're so stupid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I come to you and I go, hey, the other day you said to me, Steve, you're so stupid, and you go, no, I didn't. No, I didn't say that.
So basically, gaslighting
And
is
over a
like,
course of time, it makes you feel crazy. It's like a form of lying, or like they might, or like a more narcissistic response, like because that goes with gaslighting, is they'll go,
it's like the new definition.
oh,
of
I'm sorry,
being
I'm sorry, I'm
delusional.
sorry, I'm sorry. You feel like that
Oh.
versus like, hey, you know what? Please forgive me. I'm sorry that I did that. Sorry that I said, you know what? That wasn't the right words, right? Like a narcissistic response, like, oh, sorry, you feel that way.
Yeah.
Sorry,
it's your
you.
fault.
Sorry,
I've
sorry
been in that relationship.
You're having that bad time,
Yeah.
right? But gaslighting is like saying you tell a person that what they're saying isn't true, essentially, that what they're saying didn't happen when it did.
Oh.
And so over the course of time, a person who's wrapped up in that
know.
relationship starts
Yeah.
feeling crazy because they'll just tell you,
Oh
like,
yeah, especially if it's a narcissist coming at you. So it's
Like, if you're like if
making
you
you feel
like,
delusional,
right,
delusional, right?
like if the habit is like you like buy me lunch a lot or something,
Mhm.
and then you're like, I think it's kind of unfair that like I always buy you lunch, and I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't, Louise.
So is it kind of okay? So is it like
That's
what
not
a-
true.
Here's another example. Like, let's say, for instance, here I want to put a camera on me. Let's see here. There I am. Okay, so let's say, for instance, Melon, you find something on the guy's phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he comes home, and you're just ready to go at him. Say, oh, so who's this person that's been texting you on your phone? And you just ready. You just know you got other proof. And he says to you, why are you going through my phone? You don't trust me? I thought we had a relationship. And here I am working hard every day. And here you are. You don't trust me. You know what I did today? Blah, blah, blah. It totally changes the emphasis of the conversation to the point where you're feeling like you did something wrong.
You see that?
Right.
That's a great example.
That's
Yeah.
a really
Right.
That's a flipping of the
good
script.
one. Yeah,
Like where they really flip the script.
Yeah.
Like they're caught. Like you just caught them. Like you're talking to this other woman. You're
Right.
caught, and then they effectively go, "Who are you to look in my phone?
Right,
Yeah, it just
right.
You
totally
don't
changes
trust
something.
me."
Right. And then you start feeling bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they are able to
then
work
you start
that
to
kind of
feel
move on
crazy.
you.
Like you're like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have looked in your phone. I shouldn't have looked in your phone. I'm sorry.
And then what happens is like that person over the course of time comes to like not trust their own thoughts.
Wow.
In the worst situation, I've worked with those, like it's usually a woman who's dealing with that. She doesn't trust her own. She doesn't know what's real anymore because that guy is so effective at gaslighting
Oh.
her. that
Yeah,
she
people do
doesn't-
it. They do it constantly.
So that was a mental. It's a mental.
It's like
It's
It
a
is.
real mental motherfucker.
Yeah.
So
it's like
it's
it's a
Yeah.
mind
manipul-
fuck. It's a mind
it's
fuck.
a proper mind fuck.
It's a total mind
And there's
fuck.
some people that like they
and
they're
there's
really
a
good
lot
at
of
it.
people that I had a friend. I have several friends, which is weird. They like to date prisoners, and they date these prisoners because they feel like they have control. I know where he is. I know that I'm the only one, allegedly, and it's only me and him when they are really screwed. But those prisoners gaslight big time because my friend was on the phone with her boyfriend, and we were going out, and he's like, "So you're going out now, huh?" And I'm in here, and I'm sitting in here, and you're gonna go out and have fun. And I'm like, I'm sitting in the car like, really? And she's like, well, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, what the?
Well, so from that perspective, like most people incarcerated are that they're they're master manipulators.
Because they have nothing but time,
They're
right?
pathological. No, but even before then, like to get
has to
yourself
start
to get yourself in prison and to do whatever it is that you did, you're a pretty masterful criminal, like manipulator. Like that's like a criminal mind that can do that. Like this
Yeah.
woman's like, I'm gonna go to dinner with my friends and I'm gonna have drinks at the bar and grill or whatever they're doing, right? To like him being able to effectively make her feel upset enough to be like,
To go, yeah, I'm
well,
not going.
I guess you're right.
Right,
I won't go with my friend
right.
to the bar and grill for the
I'm gonna stay
And
at
so you had
home.
to
stay
turn
at
around
home.
and take her back home.
right. Like that's very
Yeah, she wanted me to turn around,
highly manipulative,
and I was like,
highly
nope.
manipulative. And effective, very effective.
That is crazy.
And then she
Like-
married him.
No way.
That's
So-
an interesting personality that's interested in that, like dating a man who's incarcerated.
I think
And-
that's a show in itself. We should get like
It-
3 or 4 women.
We're
who
gonna
do that.
have to bring her in.
Yeah, let me see if
Like
I can
what
get her
the-
in. You
what
know,
the-
they
what
might
the
be
draw is.
embarrassed.
Huh?
Might be embarrassed.
So with this dude, looking back on it, how much, like here, I'm kind of asking it from like a man woman difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of dudes who will overlook the red flag because she's sexy, she's beautiful, the sex is great. How much of that played for you, or as like a woman? How much like can a woman be like, you know what? God, I've never been done like this before. He's rocking my socks like I've never had before. I'm you know what? I'm gonna give him a pass on these red flags.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I really
And-
like that.
You know what I mean, like, because I've heard,
Yes.
and yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
was
but
sex that
that's
good?
where I talk about the blinders
Yeah.
because literally you're getting everything you want. And like I said, I've been in 2 situations that you're getting everything you want that is like, okay, well, you know, at least I'm getting this. So I'll let that go. Okay, well, no, I'm getting, and it hurts though. I mean, you go through the hurt and all that, but you just keep your cool because you don't want to push him away. And a lot of women in relationships / situationships, they're okay with the situationship because the situationship means that I accept this, and this to stay in this situation.
Right, because I'm getting these things.
Correct.
But you guys were so far
So
away.
it seemed like kind of what you were getting is like he was highly attractive and like the chemistry, the sex sounds
The
like
chemistry.
it was really good.
So our chemistry was amazing from day one. When we met in the elevator, remember, and 2 years later, we end up meeting each other again, not knowing that we already had met before. I missed that part. Not knowing that we had met before, but I found the picture, which is about 3 years into us. And I said, remember when we were in the elevator, we realized that was us. So the chemistry was automatic. And then so now in my head, this is where we get delusional. This is meant to be because 2 years later in the same place, Atlanta, and I'm in California and he's in Chicago and we meet again.
I mean, that's kind of
What's the
uncanny, right?
odds?
What's the odds of that?
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of unbelievable.
Yeah. And
I
we
mean-
did, and it was amazing. Like,
So what
wow.
was the chemistry? Like it was funny, or you guys sort of had like
Um,
fun banter,
we
or was it just like
really
big attraction? Like what was it?
Well, we really like had a good time. We could talk and have conversation. He was nice and tall like me. I mean, it was just like everything. We didn't even have sex at that time.
What the hell?
No, we didn't.
Why?
Because I think it was more that chemistry was, well, let me tell the truth.
Yes, please. Let loose with Lou now.
I
girl.
didn't want to give up the jaws too soon because I felt that then there it is.
Uh-huh.
Because I know men love the chase, right? Am I right?
Yeah,
Men love the
there's
chase.
something about that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they love to chase, and once it's what's that song? Why do I feel like that? Nothing but the dog in me.
Ooh.
Wow, 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 yippee yo, yippee yay.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why do I feel like that? You want to chase the cat.
that's right.
So that's always been my
Kitty,
thing.
meow.
Meow. So it wasn't that I was holding back, but like I just felt he was
okay holding back.
okay. That's what really kind of attracted. I thought he was gay for a
Do you
moment.
think he was dysfunctional?
I thought no.
Well, no, I think that's what happens when the chemistry is really good.
Yes.
You don't want to have sex too fast because you don't want to
Yes.
have like a toot it and boot it kind of situation.
Toot it and boot it.
You don't want to
Toot it and boot it.
you don't want to have like the message be it's that quick.
Yeah.
Right? Like you have there's
ruin the magic.
like or you just need like
Yeah.
I'm getting this on the first night. Like how many times has this happened with this other person?
Right.
Is that what men think? Let me ask you.
Yes.
Wait.
Let's
Okay.
do that.
Yeah. So do men think that? Because like, the minute if you're too like if a female is like too quick, it's like what they think like she's
loose.
loose or
With Lou? No.
I think there's some that do and some that don't. But I think what happens is I think in the modern day, like people do that. Like they're on Tinder, they're hooking up fast, they have sex.
It's different now.
But I think that's what those.
But I think
apps
part of
are
those
for.
they are. That's what it is for. It's for like we're gonna
It's a
have
quick
have
fix.
fun, and that's what this is. But I think when there's other chemistry, where like you're funny, or I really like you, or there's something different about you,
Right.
then I think it is like I have to slow this down because if I just go right all into it, it can fall out. Which is I think what you kind of intuitively knew. You're like, oh, whoa, I really like him enough to be like. I need to pace this out just a little bit to date number 3 or whatever it is. Date
Right.
5.
And see, he was from Chicago. I was from LA. So it was like, what is this? Where is this going? So it didn't happen. But when he flew to LA, of course he got it.
Right. You're like, now it's gonna happen. Well, because he's also demonstrated real interest, right? He's coming across.
He was really a gentleman. He had 12 siblings. He was I don't know where he was in a sibling. His dad was a pastor.
Wow.
His dad was really old and his mom was really old, but they were still kicking. Like they were like 80 something years old and they were still kicking.
And you met his parents or his mom?
I did not meet either one of them.
Oh, you just knew where she lived.
How much of this do you think is just a lie?
Now today, I think maybe 50% was a lie.
I think so.
Yeah, I think 50%
I think so.
was a
He
lie.
sounds like he was good looking.
He knew what he
he
was doing,
was-
obviously.
He knew how to say the right thing.
He was
set the stage.
Fine.
He knew
He
how
was
to.
a model. He was a bodybuilder.
He was there.
So imagine that.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm good looking to me.
And he was smart.
is that I'm talking about
Ass.
the ability to know how.
You got that, right?
Yeah.
Smart
ass.
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 Smart ass.
I got it. Doing a lot of squats,
The ability
a lot
to.
of lunges.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, but like he,
She's so crazy.
I think the best players know how to do that. Like they know how to talk in a way to sell the story.
Yeah.
And I think he was really good at it. And he was also physically good looking, and it helped him kind of sell the story.
And then he was way in Chicago. And
God,
I'm
he
in
had to
LA.
take and ate it
I don't know,
off.
something about me. I like long distance relationships, but I learned. So out of that, I learned a lot. Like the men today, I tell them when I go to date, let me explain something. I dated a pimp. He was an ex-pimp. I dated a pimp, an ex-crackhead. He was ex. I didn't even know he was a crackhead before I dated him. And I was dealing with married men. So all your little
Moves.
games you got, I know them. Like when they on the phone at 12 midnight and, my daughter's calling me. Oh, your daughter's calling you at 12 midnight. Okay, right.
Wow.
Or, my dad's on the phone. I'll call you back. Okay, right. That's all played out. You know what I mean?
I've heard that before.
So I do stupid stuff like this. Oh, let me call you back. My dead grandma just called.
Oh my God.
So do you want a relationship at this time in your life, or no? You're happy to just kind of have fun? And do it
I
this
would
way?
love a relationship if I could get past all of these people, these guys, because this is what I've learned. Men that are divorced after 50 think that they're players and that the game is all new. To some youngster, yes, maybe, but not someone my age. I know every move you're doing. It's stupid.
That's why they don't go for women.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because they already know. Like, there's
Solomon, what would you go for? A younger woman or an older woman?
I am not part of that conversation.
what? But if you were,
I don't
part
know
of the
that I wanna-
conversation-
Hypothetical.
I mean, I think they say pretty much any man over a certain age. I think if you have the opportunity to go for a woman your age, like over 50, or a woman who's younger, mid 30s or maybe early 40s, you probably tend younger.
Why?
Um,
Less work?
well, no, definitely not less work. Typically, because they're probably going to be in a little bit better shape. I think they're going to be a little prettier because they look younger. I mean, that's just how it is with men. And they're still old enough to have a good conversation, to experience things. They still got a certain level of experience with them. Now, I wouldn't date somebody who was 25 years old, something like that, because I don't know what I'd even say to someone like that. But
Yeah, because then by in a couple of
yeah.
years, she'll be changing your diaper.
Yeah.
Well,
pretty much.
that's not even really that. It's just that, it's like stopping every 5 minutes to do an Instagram picture. It's like that's not my thing. But like, somebody in their mid 40s or whatever, I feel probably would be ideal for.
How old are
that.
you? Oh, that's right. You're my age.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
love
think it
asking
happens
age on
also
camera.
because
Look
of
at you.
sexual access or sexual availability. As like women age, they have menopause, they are
Oh
less.
yeah, that ruins a lot of
They're
relationships.
less
lot.
interested. There's a physical limitation. The body changes, and men are driven sexually, and so sexual access to someone who's younger is going to be more likely for it to happen versus someone
A man can be
who's
dysfunctional
older.
and still want sex dysfunctionally.
Yo, they're to go get the blue pill. But I think
Right, 'cause
men
men-
over 50 that have been divorced, they're broken. And that's not just men, women too. So you have two broken people trying to fix the cup. That's
Yeah.
the glue is not there.
Right.
They need some type of therapy to get over that because they're living in that world of brokenness.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I've seen. Like in my work, not everybody takes this advice, but when I have someone who gets out of a relationship, especially someone who's been in a relationship a long time, they're maybe over 50, I say to them, do not date seriously for a long time. You need to ask yourself, why were you attracted to this woman, good and bad, or why did we were attracted to this
Right.
man, good and bad? What did you like about them? How much of that was healthy to be attracted to? And then you need to look at yourself, right? Like different people bring out different things. Like some people you notice like they're dating this one and they're funnier, and then they date that one, they're more serious, right? It's like, what are the traits that came out of you, right? And who do you want to be? Like who do you want to date and who do you want to be in the relationship? And if you don't do that, then to your point, you're just going to be broken,
Yeah.
and you're going to make the same mistake again, or you're not going to get anything,
Right.
right? You have to like have a little look inside, you know?
Right. Exactly. I've been looking inside for a long time. There's nothing. Blank.
But why?
Well, you know what I would say to you though. Like I think this is really good. Here's something that I think is dead on true. Right? Is for single women dating a man of any age. This is my
Your theory or
advice.
Your advice.
This is my advice.
This is his
Is
advice.
every man will find his brand of how he charms a woman, and brands can be something like, I'm really funny. You're gonna have a good time with me.
Right.
It can be like, it's gonna be so exciting. We're gonna go like on the motorcycle and we're gonna zip down the freeway. It can be like, hey, when you're with me, I got it all taken care of. Don't worry about nothing. Every man will develop his brand of how he charms.
That's a good way of putting it. That's very
Brand
true.
of how he charmed.
Right.
Every man has their little niche.
They have their way of doing
yeah.
it, right? Like you find your way, right? So I have my brand, for example, and then for a woman, I would say, okay, you're gonna like a certain brand or brands, plural, right? Enjoy the chat, enjoy the charm, enjoy the fun, but you don't actually trust that man until what he says is exactly what he does. Otherwise, he's just cute,
Right. Exactly.
right? He's just cute, right? Like, oh, you're charming. I like how you talk.
Right.
I'm having fun with you. You're flirty. I think you're good looking. I like it.
Right.
But you don't trust what he says until his walk matches his talk. Because anybody could say
anybody
the thing.
could say anything. I
I
mean,
can-
that's
I-
what those dating sites. I've been on them, and let me tell you, they say the weird.
So I would just say, like, enjoy talking to these different dudes, have fun with them, like enjoy their unique charm or chat if it like floats your boat.
Right.
But you're not gonna like, go in until you really see that he is what he says he is. Otherwise, he's really just cute. You just like him. You just think he's cute.
He's just like a like a nice vase of flowers for the moment.
Cause see, I travel a lot and I go on a lot of cruises. And now cruises are the trip tricking.
What?
Trip tricking.
What?
So they go on the trip to trick. They're being
Oh, like a trick.
tricked.
Oh,
Trip tricking. Yeah.
got it.
I'm putting it out there now. So the guys go with a bunch of guys.
Yes, and they ho-hos.
They ho. You call it the ho.
So as a woman, do you expect that then when you go on these trips? Do you go in understanding that that's what these guys are there for?
So I never really involve myself with those men. I watch and laugh.
Ooh.
Because the thing is, like, I go on this particular cruise every year and I just watch the men come on and the women go through them. And then, it's just the whole thing. So it's like,
I've actually ported one of those. Those are the ones with the whips and the chains and mattresses.
there is one of those.
There is.
I don't go on that one, though.
Don't lie.
So when the men go, I mean, like when they're going I'm telling on y'all, trip tricking is the guys. Oh, it's just a guys trip. That's trip tricking. Those guys are going to trick.
What is the equivalent for women? Like, what are women?
Well, what do you mean when you say the women go through them?
When are women? What's the equivalent?
Sexually.
Oh.
So this one he'll go to this one, and then he'll go to the next one, and they could be friends. They're not friends anymore after that. And then see what women have to learn to do is not to get emotional. If they're gonna get their sex fulfillment, just do it and bye boo boo. And a lot of women are like that now.
Ciao, ciao.
Yeah, ciao, ciao. And I'm over 50. I'll say my age, over 50. So close to 60.
Oh.
I get those discounts. Just got them at Ross Tuesday. 15% off. Denny's. And all the places you get. But nowadays, women my age, it's reversed. A lot of men I notice, weird, want to be the woman. And the women are now acting like the men. So they allow the women to come and do whatever they want to do, trick or whatever they want to do. And it's okay. So I guess it's the new millennium that it's the men want to be the girls. They can't even change. They can't even change tires. They can't change tires. I needed somebody to change my windshield wiper. And none of these guys, I put on Facebook, can somebody come help me change my windshield wipers? None of them knew how.
I thought that was a joke.
No, it was serious. They were telling me to go to Pep Boys and I'll pay somebody to come do it. Like, you can't do I want you to come do it. I want to see, just like they want a woman to know how to cook. Most women don't know how to cook. The youngsters, anyway. They don't microwave queens now. But
it's air fryer queens.
Yeah, and I love my air fryer.
Me too.
But so the thing is that what I'm saying is that the roles seem to have reversed. Some people say, oh, because now the women make their money, and so now they're trying to act like men. Well, I'm not trying to act like a man. Don't ever want to be a man. I want to be a lady, and I want a man to treat me like a lady. So that means I want a gentleman, which there are not many of those left. It's like, I want you to open my door, like your husband. He opens your door and things like that. These men today, I don't want it to seem like I'm bashing men because I want to blame women as well. Women did a reverse role too. So let me not just hit on the men, but the women have done reverse roles too. They don't allow the men to be gentlemen. But where I'm mad at the men is they didn't take the stand to say, no, I'm the man. I don't care how much you want to be the man. I'm the man. Or we're not doing this. That's what I want. I don't want a man to let me rule him. Okay. Do this, do that.
So let me ask you.
This is a great subject and something I'm very passionate about.
You opened up
the term that I want to use is something called depolarization.
Depolarization.
It's a depolarized situation or depolarized relationship where the man embodies more of the feminine and the woman embodies more of the masculine.
Yes.
And that's what you're complaining about. And I think a lot of our world's complaining about that.
Yes.
Where man doesn't know how to be in the masculine and do those traditional archetypal roles or like how to behave like a man. And if you don't do that, what happens is it will cause the woman to have to become that.
Where did this start? Like, where did it happen? Where were the men stripped from this?
You
Like,
know, there's a lot of opinions about that, but I'll give you mine. I think
And then I'll give you mine.
okay, all right.
We don't want yours.
Oh,
I'm just joking.
so. I think that it did happen. I would say it probably started in like the 60s and 70s with free love and that kind of thing, and men started to wear sandals and grow their hair long, and like kind
Look the
of
part.
dodge the draft and like take on more emotional qualities. And I think that's probably how I would say maybe it began. I'm curious to hear what you think, Solomon. Like, where do you think that began, or do you disagree on that?
Well, no, I don't disagree, but I also think if you look at like the types of jobs people have today, right? I mean, back in the '60s, there were construction jobs. There were lots of physical labor jobs, and that's where men made a lot of money, right? But if you look at today, for the
Blue
most
collar.
part, men make the most money, and they never have to lift a thing. They're just typing on keyboards, they're programming, they're coding, they're doing different types of things like that. And so it's not so much that men have changed. It's just the things that they do have changed. And so women, you know, either you can say, okay, well, I like the time when men used to be strong and they can do these other things. And by the way, sometimes you damn near need a computer to change the wiper blades on some of these new cars. So, but I mean that the world has just changed a bit. I mean, changing tires is a good example, though.
Yeah, but you know that song, I could bring home the bacon fried up in the pan.
Yeah.
So I think that's when the change hit. And the reason why I say it like that is that a lot of men stopped working and they became husband wives. And the women were out in the world because the women were able to make more money because of all the situation, political and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But where I have the problem is that the men shouldn't have gave up their cojones
see,
regardless.
and
Even if you are the husband wife, you should still hold your man role.
your
But
manhood.
What do you
your
mean by
man
a
role,
husband
yeah.
wife, though? Do you mean that men don't work? Is that what you're saying?
Well, because okay, so one of my ex-husbands, um, he had
How many do we have?
3. Working on number 4. Who
Well,
wants to be number 4?
by the way, I
Hey.
think we should say
Solomon, you
thank
want to be
you.
number 4?
No, I think we
What?
should thank
I'm
you
gonna
for
beat you up.
being open on this stuff. By the way,
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
So the husband wives, the woman was making more money. So a friend of mine or an ex of mine, the woman told him, "Oh, you stay home and take care of the house, and I'll go to work." And that's a form of control. So that's what he did. So when he married me, he thought that that's what was supposed to go on. We talked about this on our first series. He thought that that's what I wanted. No, boo boo.
Now, is that the relationship that we were going to get into that was pretty toxic?
5 months?
Was it I don't know.
I don't
We
know.
were getting into it with Tim. Remember that it was a really toxic relationship. Like it got to
Yeah.
be pretty bad.
Yeah. That was my second husband.
Let me just say this though. I think that like part of the answer when you're saying it's both sides have their own responsibility in this. Is I think
Right.
the feminist movement was quite
Mm.
influential, where women really wanted to. Well, I'm gonna say they wanted to enter the hunting grounds. They
Yes.
wanted to spear the deer.
Right.
When
And-
equal rights started, right? Like everybody wanted equal rights.
I think
Men, women,
women wanted to like I want to go into the hunting grounds and like I want to like go hunt. And then they did, and then that was part of it, right? It was like
Right.
I want to do this too. And so that began to kind of shift the energies, and it's fine that that's how it is. I don't have a problem with that, but I think that there's a good point of like a man being a man, right? And part of what I see in my work when I'm working with men or women, but I'll speak about my work with men, is there's something very biological and necessary about a man's ability to create safety for a woman. He
Right.
has to be able to protect and demonstrate that she can relax. And if that is not achieved, then she'll have to be more masculine, and that can be kind of tiring, and they'll complain about that, is stereotypically what I've seen, or it can kind of really drop sex out, like they just won't be attracted. So a man has to be able to create some type of protection and safety. And then he has to be able to demonstrate a certain skill, like some type of providing. Some people like, this is what I know how to do, and I'm very effective at it.
Right.
And if those things aren't there, it can cause a jam. Or like if it's flip flop, where it's like, oh, you do it, and I'll do this, and
Right.
that calibration, which is called depolarization, where she's more masculine and he's more feminine, it'll cause these relationship problems. And so realigning, that's very important. It's fine. Like if a woman wants to go and like make money, or she wants to do these different things, and awesome, like no problem. But if that's how it's going to be, and you're going to allow that and not participate, or not like at least be equal, it's gonna cause a problem.
See, because even now with my dating world, I'm a hard worker. That's what I do. Since I was a baby, I'm a hustler. I used to steal diapers and sell them on the corners when I was 2. Yeah, I was a hustler.
2 years old. She was sewing her own diapers.
She's like, I don't need all these.
She's like,
but because like right now I'm engulfed in my business, Melon's Boudoir Boutique.
That's right.
Thursday nights, 5:30.
Yes.
Facebook Live. Okay, anyway, and then I have my 9 to 5, which I'm a single woman. I'm single, y'all. Hey, you want me? Hit me up. Hit the like button. Anyway, I'm a single woman, not by choice. I would love to be in a relationship, but I don't play these games. I'm not playing games because somebody's going to end up hurt, because I watch all those criminal movies and I know just how to do it. No, I'm just joking. Joking.
Solomon,
It's a joke.
you're good.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But anyway, so the thing is that like if I get a guy call me, what are you doing? Oh, I'm working. You're always working. Okay, what should I be doing? Just sleeping? I mean, I don't understand. I don't get it.
Do you detect that he's emotional when he says that?
Well, first of all, we don't even have a relationship, but yeah.
Maybe he was just
Okay, so that's
horny
part
for
of
the
it,
moment.
right? Is like part of what we're talking about is where the man becomes more emotional than the woman.
Right.
And if the man is more emotional than the woman, then that means he's in his feminine and she has to be masculine. So
see, I see it completely different. I see it as, are you available? Because I want a booty call.
Wow, he's way in Atlanta. That's gonna be a hell of a booty call.
Okay, well, never mind.
So if he's in Atlanta, what's he complaining about you working for?
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the kind of vibes, and because I'm with energy, right? My energy is always here. I'm always trying to figure out what can I do, because I need to always to sit still and do nothing is not me.
No, totally.
My hands are into area. I'm trying to be a comedian. I'm trying to be president of the United States. I would like for you guys to vote for me because I'm running against Trump. Joking.
Not.
You only need 10,000 votes to run.
There you go.
So
let's bring up those votes for Melon.
10,000 singers should get nominated.
There you go. 10,000.
So anyway, but I'm not running. And United States probably would change greatly with me. But why are you smirking?
wait, I'm wanting to see where you're going with this. Like, where's this going?
Oh my God.
What is she going to say?
So basically what I'm trying to say here is that because my energy is that I'm trying to move forward, I'm trying to better myself, whatever. Men that I come in contact with, some reason that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for the damsel in distress.
See, and I like all my friends that are in these dating sites, I notice that they're either getting gaslighted, or the guys are like, they want pics and they start to woo them and I can't wait to see you, or, and they disappear, or there's always an excuse. Like, it's always something.
Yeah.
It's
Their dead grandma on wrist.
What kind of game are they playing? What kind of game are they playing? Obviously, they're not being serious.
I think they're broken. I think a lot of these guys from the dating sites, I've been on about 10 of them. And every one of them, I think they have been, because the age that I deal with. I don't deal with youngsters. The age I'm dealing with, you've either been married or never married, which at 50-something years old, never
If
married.
you're not
That's a red
married
flag.
at 50, there's something real.
That's a big red flag
That's
to me.
Huge red flag.
Yeah.
But they tell me, because I've been married 3 times, that's a red flag. But I don't blame. I explain that, it didn't work. I'm not going to sit there and kick it for,
Fourth time.
yeah, no.
It is a red flag.
It is.
They're both red flags. Like one is
Ooh.
a,
Here we go.
a man needs to be able to commit himself to something, right? Like I woman can be a little bit more mysterious, right? But like
Mhm.
a man needs to be able to be very clear. This is who I am and this is what I do, right? And be clear and committed and devoted. It's very attractive.
Like that anymore.
No, they're not.
No.
They're not able to
At
commit.
all. Nah.
They
don't
lack
want
they
to.
lack commitment, and because they lack commitment, they're skittish.
Right.
And it's not that attractive.
Right.
Now, you know, a woman who's had 3 unsuccessful relationships is a woman who's had 3 unsuccessful relationships. Right?
It's a quitter because I live them all. They never left me. They still want me. But they don't do what I need them to do. They do silly things
They
like
don't meet your expectations.
well, one, if you want for me to work and you sit at home and kick it, that's not going to work. Number one, you need to work.
So what are the requisites? What do you require of a man?
I need him, one, to be able to bring home the bacon. And I don't need a certain number, just as long as you're doing something. I
Right.
need you to be able to communicate with me. I need you to be open to doing things in life and not just sitting down staring at the wall or the TV. With those 4 things, oh yeah, and I don't need any man with a bunch of baby mamas. That is goodbye. And I don't need anyone with little children because I'm not trying to be anybody's mama. I am 50-something years old. I'm somebody's grandmother. I can't be somebody's mama right now.
But I think that there's 3 things I think that should be said again is, and I think these are probably pretty uniform. I'll let you weigh in on this. Is I need a man who's financially solvent, right?
Yes.
That means like you don't need to be like some millionaire
Right.
crusher,
like 6
but you
digit,
need
yeah.
to be able to like
Contribute.
you need to be able to contribute and pay your own.
Exactly.
You need to be able to pay for your own life,
Yes.
right? That's necessary.
Right.
Financial
But in
solvency.
any relationship.
Number 1, and then number 2, I think is like I think it's great. Is like you need to be able to communicate with me.
Right.
Right. So you're going to need to develop enough skills so that we can have this thing called, what's it called? A relationship
Mhm.
Yeah.
where we talk to each other.
Right.
And then the third one is like, stay open, right? Like, let's have some fun. I don't want to get in this rut where it's just like home and TV and home
Yes.
and TV and home and TV.
Absolutely.
Like, I want to try new food. I want to go new places. I
Places.
want to dance. I want to,
Yes. Absolutely.
whatever, jump in the ocean.
That's me.
So be open.
Yeah.
Like, these 3 qualities are necessary for you.
And that's where you should be at this age, because you've already did the whole young, being married, trying to be the wife, cook and clean and work and raise children.
Right.
You've gone through that already. So at this point of life, you should be able to find that partner and enjoy your time with them.
Exactly. I mean, I
Travel.
probably have more time behind me than I have in front of me.
Mhm.
So at this point in time, I don't have time to be jumping from bed to bed.
I mean, that could be fun.
That could be fun. But I don't have time.
You're going to be like Goldilocks.
Yeah, jumping from bed to bed. So that's not my thing. That's a male thing. But I'm not gonna say male. There's females too. So I can't just put it on the male. Males and females jumping bed to bed after the age almost 60. I'm almost 60 years old. My children are adults. My grandbaby. I'm a grandmama. So
That's so
I'm a grandmama, and life goes on right now, but my life is full of enjoyment, not a bunch of BS, not a bunch of stress, not a bunch of drama, and your baby mama. So we're talking about, is there a man out there? Is there a man out there that could do me?
Is there a man out
Do
there?
me?
Please, if you are out
Comments.
there, comment.
Well, they're
Please.
definitely out there.
Where are they
They're
at?
definitely going to be interested.
So, I try to keep myself up.
I was going to ask you, what would you be bringing to the relationship? You have a lot of experience. You've had relationships fail, some relationships succeed. Like, what do you think is the main thing that you as a woman would need to bring?
Well, number one, I have understanding. I listen to you. I'm listening to what you need. That's very important because a lot of people don't listen to people's needs. So I'm listening to what you need. If you're honest with it, then I'm self-sufficient. I'm not needy. I don't need you to lay on me and be all over me. If you need that from me, I can give that. I'm a chameleon. I can give you whatever you want or whatever you need because I have experience. I've been here on this
Done
earth for a
that,
long
yeah.
time. Been there, done that. I've experienced different things. So basically, what I want, if I'm give me what I give you, match
Meet
my
me
energy.
halfway.
Just match my energy.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So that's all I'm looking for. I'm not looking for something spectacular. I'm not looking for a knight in shining armor. I don't need to be saved. Don't need to save a hoe. I'm good. That's on another
It
podcast.
was actually quite a like simple and brilliant answer. It's like, I want to meet my partner's needs.
Yeah. Period.
Like, as long as you tell me what it is, I will do my best to see if I can
But you guys work with
meet
it,
your
right?
need.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, I'm
Right.
not
And
even
you're
looking at your
listening.
looks anymore. I mean, now you can have a little pudge belly. I like that. Rub that. You don't have to be, 6'13".
Right.
6'13".
No, I mean, seriously, you don't have to be driving a Bentley. You can drive a Honda. It's fine.
Right.
I'm not into that. I'm over that. When you're young,
Right.
materialistic things is important. That's not important to me.
But I feel like men, if they're in their 50s and going through the whole
Going
like,
through, yeah.
yeah, they want that. They can't impress women either functionally or physically or financially. So it's materialistically that they'll try to impress women or young girls or ladies or however.
What do you call that? When the guys go through that mid-age crisis.
Midlife crisis.
Yeah.
I think some guys do that. I mean, some guys' charm is like to say like, "Hey, look, I got this like fresh ride," or like, "Look, I got
Yeah,
all
they're
this.
living with their mamas.
I've got all this money," or whatever they're doing. Everyone has
or
their
in an
move.
apartment.
They can live in an apartment, as
They
long
live in
as
an
it's a nice one.
The main
Yeah, but
thing
they
is
think
that you
they're all
gotta
that
you gotta be able to like pay your own way.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to communicate. You gotta be open. Right? That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
that's what
and you're saying, and you're giving a great answer. I think most dudes, you'd be like, "Whoa, like she's gonna listen to me and try to meet my needs." Like that sounds kind of good.
Period.
Okay. All right. So we want to see how many. Oh, we got to do a dating sesh. We should. Our
A
next
dating
one.
show.
Yeah.
Make
Let's
sure
see-
Tim is here.
Tim. Yeah, we got to get a couple.
Could be
of guys
fun of
in.
like who wants to date Melon, and Melon gets to like
Choose.
Oh,
Interview.
yeah.
Let's do it. All right, guys, come on. Don't be
Could
shy.
be fun.
I don't bite hard.
She nibbles. But that was a pretty interesting subject. I really enjoyed this. This was pretty good.
Just opening out. No,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know about me. I have a lot of stuff that's deep down because I'm very secret sometimes. But I don't really care now.
Yeah. There you go. That's what we like.
I like those shoestrings and socks, Steve, though. I just want to say that.
Thank you.
Really
Got
good.
these on my honeymoon in Argentina. Many
Nice.
years
Oh,
ago.
there you
Nice. They
go.
look very
I
comfortable.
was in Buenos Aires and I saw these in a little shop and I was
Oh,
like, you know
cute.
what? These are coming home with me.
Nice. Nice. Beautiful.
All righty, guys. Well, I guess it's about time to wrap it up. It was very
That was
interesting.
good. That
It was good. I like this. That was kind of nice, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think so too. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and most importantly, you guys need to comment. If there's someone we could hook Melon up,
Hey.
let's try to do it.
By the way,
Think about
TV
it.
adds 15 pounds, so I'm really 15 pounds lighter.
Take it into consideration.
Yes. She looks good, I'm telling you. Alrighty, guys, have a good one. It was a pleasure. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao. That's all for today. Thank you for watching and listening. It truly means the world to me. If you enjoy the show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe at LetLoosewithLou on Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify.